Ethereum just continuing the rip to the upside. Testing, testing, testing. Alright, let's see if we can move our stop loss up on Ethereum. This is kind of just a chill trade. Trades up $105 now. What did it say? We can move our stop loss up to $36.90. I'm just going to do it. Locking in $29 of profit in this trade. Bitcoin's still not at the level that we're looking for. My keys are just messed up, so that's why it's loud when I'm typing.
At 65,862.
So this is what I'm watching on. So this, better not spill my soda. This is basically saying that Bitcoin is likely to hit 69,000 now. Well, no, short term, I'm looking at this, 66.5. But 69,000, there's still orders up there at 69,000. So that's what I'm looking for on that. XRP will do good, will it? I don't expect a lot of people to stay watching this because, you know, I'm not really doing TA. Well, I am doing TA, but just on Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's like a breakout stream, so I'm not going to, like, I don't know. How much Bitcoin do I own right now? Well, I'm not going to say zero, but it's under $10. I don't hold Bitcoin. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the 21 roses. I appreciate you. I think you've been here before. Thank you. Bitcoin, I'm getting thank you for the roses. Alright, I still see more upside on Bitcoin, but we'll have to see what happens here. 1 minute's overbought now. It's probably going to make a higher low here. We'll see what happens. Your measured move is still a little bit higher. Personally, I only hold one crypto long term as far as investing goes. It's Atom Coin because you can stake it. So if you buy your stuff on Coinbase, it's the ticker for the one I'm talking about is Atom, ATOM, and you can stake it there, meaning you on Coinbase you earn 9% APY. That's the one I'm buying and holding a lot of. But otherwise, when I first started in crypto, I bought a Bitcoin. That's what I owned and traded, and that's just what I did. And then when I learned more about it, I got into altcoins, like everyone does. So I will bet anyone Bitcoin will hit over 200K in April. I bet 50K anyone. It's a bold prediction. There's your dump on Bitcoin. I would say you can keep going up as long as you hold this last local low at 65.2. GTR, you spending 630 million on Bitcoin. So as long as Bitcoin stays above 65.2, I'm looking for a continuation, but you have to understand the 15 is cooked on both Ethereum and probably most altcoins right now. 1 hour still is guessed longer term, so Maybe the 15 stays pinned on Bitcoin on the RSI until the 1 hour chart gets overbought. We'll see. I'd be completely fine with that. Ethereum's only $100 away from its highs earlier today. Ethereum is recovering very nicely. So, yeah. That's what I'm looking at. There's a lot of orders up there at 69,000. If Bitcoin hits 69,000, I'm probably going to be taking profits on my trades. But I don't know, next time you hit the all-time high, do you think we dump or pump? I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of resistance up there based on it, because everyone's going to be scared that we're going to get another massive dump. Kind of like me. And then if you break the all-time high, you know, you can always re-enter a trade. Or when you get to the all-time high, if you're watching it, you could just move your stop up, you know, very close to it. I guess that's another way to do it. 1 minute look on Bitcoin has just made a higher low, and you are holding the previous target of this wedge right here that broke to the upside. So the target for that wedge was 35,600, and as of now, you're holding that as support. If you stay above 35.6, more upside is, well, pretty much guaranteed. If you, I can't tell you what to do, man. I think Bitcoin stalls and alts catch up. That's what I was thinking earlier, but this is like a crazy recovery, in my opinion. Bitcoin just ripping to the upside. You just made a new high. The target is 66,336, still $200 away from that now. I think Ethereum is almost about to make a new high for the day, or at least for tonight. For the day it hasn't. For tonight it has. So how much should I invest into Bitcoin as a first timer? I would just DCA, like, you know, a cup of coffee a day or something. Put like 10, 20 bucks in a day, just DCA, and I don't know what to tell you, man. You know, it depends how much you got. If you got $1 million, then 10 or 20 bucks a day is, you know, nothing. If you got $1,000, 10 or 20 bucks a day is probably a good amount to start, or you could just put everything in at once. But
at 66,245.
I personally, every single Thursday, I put in like, you know, 70 bucks into the market investing. My trading account is, you know, I make money on that most days, but as far as investing goes, I put in a set amount every single week. And yeah. Thank you for the likes. By the morning, Bitcoin will be at 70K. At this point, it might be, and if it does that, I'll stay live. Maybe, if I can stay up that long. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So Bitcoin just made new highs. Ethereum kind of needs to get above 37.66 to make a new high, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of struggling. I shouldn't say it's struggling. All things considered, it's really not. Let's move our stop into more profit. Lock in $51 on this trade. Could it tank while we're sleeping? It can always go down.
66,190.
But I personally think that you put in your low for the week. So, and I was looking at this on the 4-hour chart before, and now this guy just posted about it as well. He's someone that I follow, so let me show you what he's looking at. Or I'll show you what I'm looking at first while that's loading. The 4-hour chart for Bitcoin looks really bullish to me. You are still oversold on the RSI. The 4-hour chart is putting a higher low in. So to me, like, technically you could say put a lower low in, because right here your low was 60,431, but that wasn't a crazy wick. If you don't include the wick, you put in a higher low for Bitcoin or a double bottom, and at this point, based on how fast you're getting a bounce now, it makes me think the 4-hour chart is about to rip to a new all-time high. Let's see if that's what he thinks as well. He's looking for $85,000 on the 4-hour chart. So that's pretty crazy. I didn't expect that, but Ethereum's kind of struggling right now. Come on, Ethereum, get some love. It might be that time to bail on this trade and just take my profits. I don't know. Basically, Bitcoin hit the targets, you know. In my opinion, I would say that's a hit target. I was looking for 336. It went up to 290. It got really close to the target, if nothing else. If your take profit was 336, I guess it wouldn't have been hit yet, but you could just cash out now if you wanted to. So, Bitcoin, as far as I'm concerned, basically hit the target. So let me just get rid of this stuff. And the target is the red line. So let's see if we get up there in due time. Thank you for the follow, Nicholas. Oh, I already had projected. On the 4-hour time frame, I'm targeting 69,291. That's basically the all-time highs. No, it's targeting 70,171. Let me even make sure that flag is correct. Yeah. That's your last local low right there, so let's just... I would be targeting $70,814 right now on Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. So this could be your trade setup here. You know, I like this trade up to $70,814 for a significantly higher high.
Sweet sellers at 66,000.
So we'll see what happens. It looks like Ethereum is going to continue up here. I'm just going to move my stop at 37.15 now. I'm glad I didn't just go to bed. I've at least made $57 more by staying awake. And probably more if this continues, which it looks likely to. Bitcoin right now on the 1-minute chart is going to make a bull flag here. And we can kind of project the next target for Bitcoin. It looks like it wants to continue. It's probably going to continue before I even get done drawing this flag. And take it from the high to the last local low. And that's your next measure move on Bitcoin, which isn't that much higher, but it is, you know. The trend should continue up to 66,809 is the next measure move on Bitcoin on the 1-minute time frame. That's a falling wedge. They break up 68% of the time, and I think we're going parabolic. They break up even more. Especially in bull runs, they do really well. So that says Bitcoin could pump another $800. So that's what we're looking at. And that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Probably more upside right now. I can just delete this. I can just delete this flag and project the next flag on Ethereum as well. But this flag on Ethereum doesn't look well, it kind of looks okay to me. Yeah. That's still kind of bullish. I don't see any resistance for Ethereum really until the all-time highs. So, I think it's very likely that at some point you need pullbacks here and there, but I think it's very likely that Ethereum in the next few days could see an all-time high. And if it happened today, I think that'd be a little crazy, but, you know, this week, if it's, I think Ethereum could see an all-time high this week. That'd be another $1,000 move up, so to me that's still kind of crazy. But Ethereum at some point in this month, or probably in the next week, is probably going to make a new all-time high. Maybe I'm wrong, but Ethereum looks really good right now. Ethereum looks like it at least wants to go up another $60. Maybe, you know, it could. Bitcoin kind of dumping. This isn't going to help Ethereum though, so that could be your top right now on Ethereum. If Bitcoin dumps, it's likely that Ethereum follows. So I might want to squeeze the last bit of money I can out of this trade if it does dump on me. $37.17. If you lose this last local low here, then the flag's not going to play out anyways to the upside, and then you can just be done with the trade. So really, you can move your stop to $37.24. But I'm probably gonna, now I do need, you know, I'm probably gonna wrap things up here. Well, I'll stay alive as long as this trade works. If we start dumping, then I'll be getting done with it. If we just keep pumping, I'll stay alive as long as I'm in this trade, you know. But we gotta get a bounce here if that's gonna happen. You're still holding that low, but barely at that level of 37.26. So I could even move my stop to 37.26. If you lose that level, it's likely to go down and at least be a local top for probably at least an hour, a few hours. To me, Bitcoin still looks good. That's more like a falling wedge, and Ethereum's in like a bull pennant. So they're in different patterns, but both are bullish patterns. So as long as Ethereum holds 37.27, I see more upside on Ethereum. I'll move my stop to 37.27 even. Lock in $70 profit, you know. If Bitcoin goes up to 66.8, Ethereum will follow. Just wait until midnight, yeah. Well, that's only 12 minutes away. I don't know what's so special about midnight. Oh, there's the move up for Ethereum, up to 37.55. Bitcoin's likely to follow as well. Bookmap still... Now Bookmap is showing that we have liquidity to the upside up to that 66.8 level. So it's likely that we continue up on this trade. I hope you have something planned for midnight. We'll see, I guess. Okay. $37.27. Yep. I guess if you have requests for altcoins, we can do that while I'm waiting for this trade to play out. It's you have to, I don't know, it's 50-50 at this point, you know? I guess the trade's already played out, but I'm saying if it's going to continue or not. Shiba and Bonk. Oh wow, Myro just broke out on the 15-minute time frame. I see Myro going up to 51. Four-hour chart for Pepe is about to rip to the upside. It's oversold on the 4-hour time frame. You know, it likely goes back to the highs around 90. It's at 70 right now, so we'll see what happens. Bonk as well looks bullish. A lot of these altcoins or meme coins just dumped really fast, but I do see a bounce here coming on the higher time frames. Not just, it's already gotten some kind of bounce, I suppose. This could go. That would Bonk likely to make a double up here, going to 60 on the 4-hour. Bonk probably at some point later this week could see 60, so that's a quick double for you. You know. 8 more minutes. Alright, I'm waiting. So that's what I'm looking at for Bonk. Looks decent to me for a move up. Actually, it looks really good for a move up. The 1 hour is probably overbought. To me, you haven't even broken out of this flag yet on the 4 hour. So I see more upside for Bonk when the 1 hour resets and when the 15-minute resets. You're at the top of the pattern right now. It's likely that you continue or that you reverse to the bottom, get a bounce, make a higher low, or, you know, not a higher low, but get to the bottom of the pattern and then break out. We'll see what happens. That's like probably the most likely scenario on Bonk. One more move to the bottom of the pattern and then you break out maybe in a few hours. We lost all the viewers. I don't know where they went. I guess they got tired. It's okay. It's a chill live stream. They're probably not excited that I'm only looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's probably part of the problem.
Sellers at 65,952.
It's okay. Ethereum trying to break out here. One minute's making a lower high. The 2 minute still has gas though on Ethereum on the stock RSI. Let me just get this a little bit bigger. The 2 minute still has gas. Let me move this up a little bit. The 3 minute has gas. The 5 minute is overbought. Let's go look at the 4 minute. The 4 minute has a lot of gas. It's oversold. So the 4 minute time frame, really 4 minute and under still look like when these smaller time frames make higher lows. It tells you the trend is going to continue before we get the bigger pullback on the higher time frames. And when I say that the smaller time frames are playing out bullishly, I mean that, like, you know, 1, 2.
Sweet sellers at 65,959.
Well, when these make higher lows, it's likely you continue to the upside, and then when these smaller time frames start making lower highs, lower lows, that's likely when the 15-minute really gets its big dump. Because you can see it's completely pinned and overbought here. But until the smaller time frames stop making higher highs and higher lows, it's going to continue up. Now you're back below 37.50. I would like to see this stay above 37.50. But the 2 minute, the 3 minute, and the 4 minute look like they are going to continue. The 2 minute and the 3 minute have already started curving. So we'll see what happens. The 4 minute is going to make a new candle in 20 seconds. So we'll see what happens then. Thank you for the follow, Kevin. Wow, we're down to 2 people watching. Bitcoin's really struggling right now. It might pull down Ethereum a little bit. That's not what I want to see. So this could also become a rounded top here in the 1 minute. So I'm just going to be very aggressive with my stop loss. And I'm locking in right now $73 profit. So can you still do Shiba? Sure. Let's go look at the Coinbase on Shiba. I'm just going to get rid of all these drawings. Alright. We can start with the fresh chart. And this is the 4-hour time frame for Shiba. It's oversold. It's not the best falling wedge, but with all the chop that you got, and I would just negate that wick lower. If the price leaves the pattern and then comes back into the pattern, I would negate the wick. This tells you, I think a lot of these altcoins that just got a massive dump today, I think a lot of them are getting... Ethereum just made a new high finally. The first time it's made a new high since about... I don't know, 30 minutes ago. Not that crazy, but so Shiba looks like it's gonna make a new all-time high very soon on the 4-hour chart, maybe tomorrow or later this week, up to 57.43. And the fact that Bitcoin's getting a move up so fast, at some point you probably need at least one more correction before a new all-time high, but this tells me that it's likely that this was a higher low on the 4-hour time frame for a lot of these charts, and that we're going to make new all-time highs very quickly for a lot of these coins, maybe even Bitcoin. So let's go look at let's go back to Sheep.
Sweep fires at 66,205.
Let's go. Oh, Bitcoin's about to also make a new high. So okay, Shiba. Let's go back to Shiba. So 15-minute chart is overbought, curling down. The 1-hour chart has gas. The 2-hour chart has gas. We already did the 4-hour chart. The 6-hour chart is making a higher low. The 8-hour chart is trying to. That's going to make a new candle in 2 hours. So to me, it's likely that we continue up. Thank you for the roses, Kevin. They smell so good. 5 of them, in fact. I'll give them to my girlfriend. The 3-day chart is cooked on Shiba, but really, I like what I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart. I like what I'm seeing on the 6-hour chart. I'm probably about to like what I see on the 8-hour when you get a new candle close there. And the 1-hour chart still has gas, to be honest. Smaller time frames also look good. Bitcoin, I think, is $20 away. Now you just made a new high on Bitcoin for the night. Ethereum, probably going to go up now to... It's very likely this trade plays out to 38.07 on Ethereum. We can lock in now... well, let's go back to the 1-minute chart on Ethereum. Now the 21-day moving average is at 37.34, so I can lock in another 78, another $5 on Ethereum. It amazes me that no one's watching this because it's like a pump stream. Yeah, their loss.
Sweep fires at 66,441.
Bitcoin's up 5% in the last 4 hours. For Bitcoin, that's a lot. And I didn't expect this tonight. I'm glad I didn't just go to bed. You know, miss all this. Bitcoin's about to hit the target at 66,636. I've been saying that the entire stream. Appreciate it, Nick. So that's what we're looking at. Now we want to see when you get this target, now we want to see another bull flag form. So to me, that's a bull pennant / falling wedge, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see if we get that another one coming up on Bitcoin. So it's just patience. It's a waiting game. You don't have to wait very long in the 1 minute time frame to see what happens. So our account's back to $560. I think this is the same price it was at last night at this time. My account this morning was at $666. Then it went down to $288 after the dump, and it is what it is. And then I just relaxed a little bit, and we're basically back to where we were last night. So I'm pretty impressed actually that I was able to do that. But it obviously helps when Bitcoin's just going straight up or straight down. I made $200 on that dump earlier on Ethereum, like earlier today. And then obviously we're getting some money back now as well. I think you can make more money on Ethereum than Bitcoin just trading it. I think you can make both. I don't know. That's me personally. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, you can make it faster. It's riskier, I guess, but I don't know. How much time a day do you spend trading? A lot. Thank you, Des, for the roses. It smells so good. Wow, she's going to have another dozen roses? That's crazy. I don't know. I got home from work today at like noon, and I probably been trading for the last 12 hours, on and off. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably, though. Probably. Like, yeah, probably. 642 is the target. Let's see if we get another $100 move up on that. Thank you for the roses, Des. They smell so good. And for the likes. I don't know. Do we have anyone? No one watching on YouTube? Okay. So now you see Ethereum started to get some kind of flag. And you take it to that last local low right there. You have to see what direction the flag goes, but right now the measure move would take you right. So this confirms the previous flag. The previous flag was 38.07. This one, if this makes another flag here, would be the same price. So that confirms 37.08, 37.07 is resistance, or is the measure move. Shorts are probably getting annihilated right now. I think they're in a little bit of a shock of what's going on, to be honest with you. WIF is up to $2 now. Are you serious? A lot of altcoins are just ripping. Myo's ripping. WIF is ripping. They're probably, I think Myo just made a new all-time high. I think WIF is about to. Actually, WIF did just make a new all-time high. Right now at $2 almost. I have a measure move of this up to 310. I talked about this earlier. I put this in my trading group too, but I didn't take the trade because I didn't like that wick down there, but it was likely it continues. I just didn't think I had a good place for a stop loss. I took the Ethereum trade.
Sweep sellers at 66,350.
So now you look for another flag on Bitcoin. Measure move would take you up to 67,000 exactly. At some time, the bigger time frames need a pullback. I just don't know when that pullback is going to happen. Move our stop now on Ethereum to 37.42. That would be a good thing to do. Locking in $87 profit. So these are the two flags I'm watching on Ethereum and Bitcoin. The 50-minute chart is absolutely cooked. I think Ethereum's up over $300 from the lows. You know, we're close to that. Like 2 hours ago. So these time frames need to chill out, I think. I kind of feeling like this could be it here. Technically, Bitcoin isn't at the highs yet, or the measure move, nor is Ethereum. So maybe you get these last measure move up to 3,800, then for Bitcoin up to 67, and then maybe we relax. But at that point, if that happens, we're only $2,000 away from the all-time high in Bitcoin. Just like that. Ethereum's already trying to get the bounce, but that's just going to the top of the channel. You really have to break out above like 37.71 to even think about a breakout trade. It's only $10, but that's what you got to do. And the 1 minute's not oversold. I at least want to see the 1 minute get oversold. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Let's see if there's any updates in the trading group. Alrighty, so I guess we just chill and wait. There's still a big sell order up there at $69,000 for Bitcoin. That's an indecision candle right there, which is where you have... Oh, that's it. That's probably your top. You got indecision candle, and that's your top. I should really be aggressive. 37.45 is where I'm going to move my stop to. I should just probably mark it out right now, but that's probably your top. I don't know. I'm not going to do it though, because if I get out and that keeps going up. But an indecision candle is where you have a wick to the upside and then an equal wick to the downside, and now you have back to back to back to back candles like that. My guess is you dump here, but you never know. It is the 1 minute time frame. It's hard to say, actually. I guess you only have two back to back. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. You're at the bottom of the pattern now, so if you have to bounce here or it's over on Ethereum. Bitcoin's struggling too. I kind of just said 2 minutes ago that I just feel like it might be time to relax a little bit. Again, Ethereum from the lows, if we just go the 5 minute time frame, is up. It was at 3,500 exactly, and you went as high as like, that's $275 move. You know, it's pretty crazy for just like 2 hours. I mean, that's pretty crazy. But it's still possible we get the bounce here. Something is telling me it's likely over here. But 37.45 is where my stop is, so I will see what happens. I'll just be patient, and if I get out and then we pump, you know. But if Bitcoin dumps, Ethereum is likely to dump as well. So, and Ethereum looks slightly more bullish now. You know, you have to break 37.70 to be any kind of bullish right now, at least on like the smaller time frames. Looking like you might get that. You never know. You know, now I can put my stop below this last local low, and as long as you hold that low there, it's likely we continue. If you lose that low, it's time to be out of the trade anyway. So I can move my stop at 37.
At 66,234.
I can move my stop now to 37.58 and be Gucci. You know, that's basically, in my opinion, now a confirmed breakout. So I'm gonna just move my stop there to 37.558. Or 37.58, I should say. Locking in $100 of profit now. Our account is now at $556. We'll see what happens. You have now to make a new all-time high for today, or at least for the last few hours, you have to break 37.77. Can we do that? Yeah, maybe. Bitcoin trying to do a bearish fake out to the downside and get everyone scared that we're dumping. And then get people to open shorts up, and then that's how you rip. We'll see what happens. Ethereum's trying to break out. You haven't made a new high yet, but it looks pretty... Ethereum looks pretty good to me. On like the 4 minute time frame is oversold, the 3 minutes oversold, the 2 minutes oversold. It looks like Ethereum wants more, so... Well, it is past midnight, so we'll see what happens. We also have a Discord for the 7 people here if you guys are interested in joining that, where I give trade setups and all that fun stuff. Right now we got 2 people in there, so I just started it though. So yeah, that is definitely gonna make a new high now. That's kind of nuts.
Sweep fires at 66,267.
Oh my gosh, look at this now on Bitcoin. There is now more orders there was not orders at 70,000, or at least not that many when I started the stream. Now there's a few more orders up there. There were some, but there wasn't like that big of a red candle. You got more orders now at 70,000 than you have at 69,000. Not by much, but you do have more up there. It's likely, I don't know how fast this is all going to happen, but it's likely now that Bitcoin goes to that 70K area. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just, you know, Bitcoin is also looking good on that flag as well. I did not think it was gonna be this kind of a night, but I guess I am grateful for it. Gotta stay in if it keeps making dollars. Exactly, you know, exactly. Let's go back to Ethereum. Now your highest high since the bottom. I mean, this is kind of low-key ridiculous. It's kind of crazy. Ethereum was at the low was just around 3,200, and now it's almost back to 3,800. That's a $600 move in about 8 hours. You know, $600. If you're doing leverage, that's a pretty good move. I don't know how you'd buy the low or anything, but. My point is Ethereum's really volatile, and that's how you make a lot of money trading if you can take advantage of that volatility. So I mean, a $600 move is a dream for traders, to be honest with you. It could also get you wrecked if you're not smart about it, that's for sure. Trades up $140. I mean, this is like for some people, and maybe even for me, a day's work at my real job, you know. Now, I mean, this is a real job too, I guess, but like at my job I have to drive to, this is like a day's work. And I've made it in about 2 hours. Plus, you know, the few dollars I might make on TikTok as well. So, the measure move is 38.10, 38.11. That's kind of where I'm looking for us to go. And it's just been a kind of a crazy breakout. The last 2 hours really have been kind of a crazy breakout for Ethereum. Really the last hour, I'd say. It's all happened within the last hour. I'm just surprised there's not more people here, but you know, I guess they're just missing out. Thank you for the like on YouTube. Bitcoin absolutely ripping now, up to 66.5. Measure move is, I mean, guys, the measure move, this tells you 67,000 could be possible out of this flag on the 1 minute. That would put you within, what, 2,300 of the all-time high? Okay, I guess I thought it was 1,000. I'm tripping a little bit, but... Just kind of a waiting game right now. There you go. Ethereum is getting a little bit of a bounce here. Maybe a little. Maybe not much of one. I think we're running out of buyers at this point because you didn't hit the measure move. I don't know. I think people are thinking we're going up too fast, which is probably understandable. So I'm surprised by this rally myself, actually. I mean, for like the 15-minute time frame, this is kind of an unrealistic rally, to be honest with you. So, I mean, that's my opinion. I would love to be wrong. I just think right now, Bookmap is saying we have more orders back to the downside at 66,000, which isn't that much lower, but it is likely now, I think, that the top percent. What is happening? I'll keep my stop at 37.57 or whatever it's at. It's likely I get stopped out right now. And then I go to bed. My stop's at 37.58. Shit ton of money to be made from midnight to 9 a.m. That's what it seems like to me anyway. Right, do you trade as well? Every time I say I think I'm going to be stopped out, it just keeps going up. So, you know, and now that I said that, we probably don't, but... One minute's oversold now. I don't know what's, you know. The 4 minute looks good to me if you just get some price action to the upside, but it's been going up now for 3 hours straight, so. Thank you for the likes. Have you been making money then today trading, hopefully? Hopefully you have been. Good to hear. TikTok, don't end the live stream. I'm still here. If you lose this last wick here, it's likely you dump on Ethereum. So you have to hold 37.67 to remain bullish, in my opinion. I mean, this is pretty crazy and very rare. Even in bull runs, it's rare where you get this kind of a rally on the 1 minute without losing the 21 moving average with any consolidation. Like, that just doesn't usually happen for this long, so... I just think we're extremely overextended. Dude, as long as you make a few $100s a day, that's all that really matters, because, you know, that means you can do it full time, you know, in my opinion at least. It depends how much you need to survive. But for me, you know, if I made $200, $300, $400 a day, I would be more than happy. Anything on top of that would just be, you know. There you go. I think I'm about to close this trade. Honestly, that's it, to be honest. I think that's your top. I should just move my stop to 67, but I'm in good green. I was trying to be give it some insurance room. Technically, my strategy was to keep it at the 21-day moving average on the 1 minute. So that's technically still at 37.58. So you still have some room, but I would say, I mean, you could. This could be a retest of this breakout. I just think at this point, it just is unrealistic to go up at this rate. Like, I feel like it's just crazy to me. I'm shocked that we've had this kind of a rally, to be honest with you. And now I don't want to short. I just want, you know. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with $105 in less than 2 hours. So I completely agree. I still think I don't know. I mean, if the bullish scenario, if you want to be, my gut's just telling me it's time to be done. You know, it's time for some cool off. I'm not saying, you know, back to 60K, but I'm saying at least $1,000, you know, give the 15 some time to rest. This could be a bullish retest, though, of this breakout. And as long as the market stays bullish, I will stay bullish. I just think, you know, the more faster you go up, the less likely it is. It's still possible you get a move to the upside here, but I just feel like we're so overextended right now on the 15. We'll see what happens. I think we're gonna probably be about to dump here, or at least have a correction. It just said you're really close. Your stop is really close to price, so you're likely to get stopped out. That's okay.
Sweep sellers at 65,835.
Bookmap has slightly now more liquidity, back at 66,000. So we'll see what happens. You just lost that flag. I think it's very likely that we see the dump now. Despite what Bookmap is saying, I think it's pretty likely it's time for a dump. I will definitely probably be streaming tomorrow. I think this is going to be an awesome day to trade tomorrow, no matter what happens. Yeah. Bookmap has more liquidity now to the upside, still up, you know. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm kind of surprised by that. Ethereum's holding up a little bit better as of right now. That could change so fast, but Ethereum is holding up better right now than Bitcoin. I'm surprised by that too. No problem. Thanks for being here. Look at that. Ethereum isn't done just yet. Maybe Bitcoin's not done yet either. Like I just said, there's a... You know, now it's just like even. Bookmap doesn't know what it wants. I don't think Bookmap... you have an indecision candle here, almost like you want to pump, but... You know, I want it to keep going up, I guess, but at the same time, I'm very happy with this trade. I didn't expect another decent trade tonight. I really didn't. You still have a lot of liquidity up there at 67,000 for Bitcoin. And I think that was a measured move, so it's still likely that you go up here. You lost that flag there, but you could still go up here based on Bookmap and based on the measured move. And the fact that Ethereum is breaking out makes me think that Bitcoin could follow here soon, but usually it's the other way around. I don't know what's going to happen, and that's why I am finally making money, because I don't know what's going to happen. Before, I always was like, you know what? I know what's going to happen, and that is what it is. I'm more open-minded now. And I don't trade on emotion. Probably before, if I got wrecked and lost half of my trading account in a day because I did something stupid by not taking profits at the all-time highs like I did today, I would have just lost the rest of my account. So, but volatility helps a lot, you know. Bull markets help even more. So we'll see what happens. Let's see if anyone's on YouTube watching. Nope, not really, but that's okay. Bitcoin back to 65.9. Again, you lost this flag here, so I'll just get rid of this. But to be honest with you, Bookmap is still bullish on Bitcoin, and measure move is still there. And probably even the 5 minutes oversold, making a higher low. The 5 minute says we're going to go up again. 7 minutes overbought. So if you just look at the 5 minute for Bitcoin, it's not really a flag. I would just... There's not much going on that I like right now. Let's go back to... Yeah, now Ethereum is struggling. I don't know. I had hope there for a few seconds, but... It's likely we go down now. 37.62. Move my stop up another $1. I moved my stop up now like 30 times. Probably the most I've ever moved a stop up in a trade, but... It's okay. There's really no pattern here that I see as bullish. I still see more liquidity to the upside in Bitcoin, and the measured move is still there, but wow, just like that, Bitcoin is back to like, that's kind of around the top now, so I'd be very cautious on the 5 minute, but Bitcoin's back to 66,000. Ethereum is trying to get a bounce here. It's as interesting.
Sweep buyers at 66,001.
People keep trying to short. Just when you look bearish, people are like selling or opening shorts, and then that's inducing enough people. What the hell did I just do? My computer's glitching so hard. I want to make a few $1,000s trading. I want to get a new iPhone, and I want to get a new computer because my computer needs more storage, and my phone is just, it's bad too. So there's your bearish scenario, but people are probably seeing that rounded top and selling, which is maybe a good idea. You're overextended. That's a rounded top, but I don't know. Ethereum, as of right now, just made a higher high since the bottom there. But rounded tops are bearish. This was the bearish signal, I think, last night. So to me, that's probably your high, you know? So again, that's why I'm being aggressive with my stop loss, because I think we're very close to the top on this move up. So I hope you just keep going up, but it's so unrealistic right now. Locking in basically $100 profit on this trade. I didn't want to get it because of, like, it was a whole new cord, and I'm like, that's not worth the money, but right now I just need a new phone. Like, when I'm out working, my phone freezes all the time, and when I'm inside in an AC, it's fine, but if it's in the sun at all, it sucks. Alright, see you, Kevin. Well, I probably opened this trade about 2 hours ago, or whenever I started streaming. Yeah, I think it was probably 2 hours now, and I've up $100. That's $50 an hour, so I can't really complain, you know. I really do think that's your top for Bitcoin, at least for a few hours. Let's look at the 5 minute for this as well. Let's just remove the drawings and kind of see with an open mind. Yeah, I mean, like, 5 minute on Ethereum to me still looks better than Bitcoin. That's not around the top. That's kind of a flag that you can see there. 4 candles to the downside. That's kind of a bull flag. Ethereum, to me, it looks a lot more bullish than Bitcoin right now. But yeah, I could see a move up to 38.01. I still see that measure move up there. Hold on. Alright, TVK. Oh my god, it's going nuts. Thank you for the likes. Bookmap now has more liquidity to the downside on Bitcoin. Again, I tell you, your rounded bottoms are like bearish all the time. Doesn't mean Ethereum is bearish, but usually when Bitcoin dumps, so does everything else. TVK long term looks like it's going to go up to 45. 8-hour chart's also oversold. I like that move up. TVK looks good to me. 4-hour chart looks good to me for a breakout as well. So that's what I'm looking at in TVK. A measure move up to 44. 1 hour's overbought. I would just, long term, I'd be looking for 44. As long as you stay above 14, there's no reason you can't go to 44. I want to get back to Ethereum. Ethereum has to break 3780 to remain bullish right now. It might be doing that right now, actually. Locking in $107 a profit. Our stop is 37.64. I should even move it to $112 a profit. Let's check out YouTube. I don't know. We got one person watching. All right. So if I show you Bookmap again on YouTube, Bookmap is saying that we're likely to go down to 65.8 short term. Long term, you still see you have a lot more orders up there at 70,000. So that's telling me probably at some point this week we see 70,000, maybe as early as tomorrow. Actually, technically today. My stop right now is at 64, I think, so $5 away from it. Alright guys, it might be that time for bed. That's probably it right there. Alright, ending the stream. Good night, guys. It was a good day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.